Hello everybody and welcome to my brand new video. I am Emma Purple and it looks like we're in December 2024. I can't be the only person who is excited about the Christmas season, about going into a new year 2025, about just having some time to relax and just hit the brakes on the chaos of life. And this season is awesome because it's the time where we celebrate the birth of our Savior Jesus Christ. To be honest, I don't really have anything planned in this video. I have written a blog post for December 2024 and I'll leave that in the description. But here I'm just going to talk a bit about my goals and just see where this conversation takes us. So in November 2024, I had two massive goals, big and monumental goals. And one of them was to finish editing my book, A Quest for Zelem, which I have been writing since 2019. And I actually finished writing the whole book last year around November 2, and I thought that I ate, but I realized that I have been in this echo chamber in my creativity where it's just me writing by myself for myself. I didn't really get the opportunity to see other people's opinions. So from my own understanding of what good or bad is, from my own understanding of what the standard is, I thought, yeah, it's okay, this is good writing, there are no grammatical errors, but I didn't really know all those technicalities. So earlier this year I had the opportunity to share my story with someone and I got their honest review and it was eye-opening. I was like, oh, there are so many ways that I could improve this writing. And then I also got a book about editing, self-editing for self-published writers, and so I haven't finished the book yet. I'm like halfway through, but I learned so much and I was like, yeah, I have to overhaul the entire book, not necessarily changing the story, adding a few things into the story, but also changing my style of writing, the passive and active voice, dialogue. I realized that the common concept of show don't tell. I, as a writer, I show and I also tell. So I will say something like, he furrowed his eyebrows, he looked frustrated, and those kind of things makes the story convoluted. So I decided to overhaul everything and go through the book in detail. And so my goal for November was to finish editing so that by December, I can self-publish my book on Amazon and any other platform, because that book has been going on for so long. And the funny thing about the imaginative mind is that it doesn't even wait for you to complete other projects. Like, while other things are still in the works in your head, there are more projects coming in, and there are so many stories, like a stack of stories, a stack of novels I want to write, and I just want to be done with this so that I can move ahead. Wow, I've been talking about just my first goal, but I wanted to really break it down so that you understand. So that was my goal, and I want to announce to you that I didn't achieve that goal. I was trying really hard throughout November to finish editing all 30 chapters, but as of yesterday, I only edited 8. And as of today, I am in chapter 9 in the editing, and I just realized that I have to write a new scene. The progress is slower than I expected, but as I said in my blog post, I don't just want to write a book. I don't want to just write to say that, oh, I wrote a book and I wrote a novel, and whether it's good or bad, the fact is that I wrote one. No, I want to write a good novel that can inspire people, like people can enjoy, that can meet up to the standard. Like, I understand that I am not perfect. My imposter syndrome be imposting most days, but as a creative, I'm tired of staying in a place where I'm afraid to fail. I want to cast my net into the water, and even when I fail, I want to learn from the failure, and that's why I've been gearing up in my creativity and my writing, and that's why I'm taking this very seriously. So last month I failed in that goal. I could not finish editing but it's not over yet. My goal is to finish editing this month, is to do the typesetting, the formatting, the proofreading, the everything. I have never worked on a book of this size before, so kind of explains why I'm taking a lot of time, and kind of explains why I'm being extra thorough. I've set the date, December 25th. That's when I want to publish ideally, and with time I'm going to set up the whole pre-order thingy, so you can pre-order just in time if you want to read A Quest for Xylem, if you want to be one of the first set of people to read this book. And for my second goal, which is also writing based, in November 2024, 1st of November, I shared how I wanted to improve in marketing of my books. As I've shared before, I am 100% self-published. This thing, I'm just doing it me, myself, and I. And so I want to figure it out. Is there a way that I can make a career out of this? It's not just a hobby, but it's something sustainable. And so I realized that writing a book is just 0.1% of being an indie writer. The bulk of the work is marketing and getting your book out there. And so my goal for November 2024 was that I want to market. I want to try my best to market so that I can get at least 2 sales. And it was really discouraging at first, and even more discouraging that in October I had 0 sales, even though I did a bit of the marketing. But I decided that let me just try, and I did a free book promotion for my novel, Reverse Falling, and day 1 0, day 2 0, day 3 0, day 4 0, and I was really down, really disappointed, because as I've said before, I'm trying to consider this like my writing as a form of my career. So saying that even a free book, nobody wants to even touch the thing, I was like, oh, this is very depressing and this is sad. And somehow, like, so much support. I actually had 6 orders. Can you imagine? I think that's the most orders in 1 month I have ever gotten, and it literally blew my mind, and I was so excited about it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to do all these things, trying to put my book out there creatively, in other ways, in YouTube and content creation. The approach that I'm trying to have generally is an approach to learn, not being afraid of failure, and seeing failure as an opportunity for you to learn. There were times in my life where I used to be very obsessed with the state of failure and success, and somehow when things didn't work out how I expected, I saw it as an illustration that there was something wrong with me, and it felt like an attack on my personality and my capabilities. And I'm so grateful, like, for everything, like all the failures and all the disappointments, because it's building me up to be even more resilient, not just in my writing but in life generally. And I'm so glad that I can do all these things and set all these projects and try to work towards it. In these videos I usually share my faith journey, but I realized that I talked a lot about the whole creative writing process. And if I keep on going on about where I am, my headspace in faith, this video will be very long, and I'm trying to make my videos very concise. But if you read my blog post, you understand where I am in my faith journey. The journey for truth and love is still there. Truth as in standing for the sincere instead of the counterfeit, not shifting your perspective from the thing that is set up as it ought to be to something that has a resemblance. It has a resemblance of truth, but it's just the surface level cocoon cast around air. Looking forward to the future, looking forward to ending 2024 and entering into 2025. I will leave most of that for my January 2025 post by the grace of God. But I'll just say that where I am, the state of mind I am in now is I am trying to be okay with not knowing the future. Like, I am still trying to trust God. One thing about my life, and one summary, like, if I was to write a memoir, I'm not writing a memoir anytime soon, but just talking hypothetically, if I was to write a memoir, the major theme in it would be trusting God, relying on God, putting your hope and acknowledging the fact that we are weak and we draw all our strength from God. And in all of that, as I said before, I am trying to be okay with not knowing. Like, there is a wide expanse of space, there is a wide expanse of time, and I don't know, I don't have the faintest clue of the good, the bad, and the ugly, or whatever will come about. But just like someone reading a book and flipping through the pages, like, I need to be patient and trust that each page and each chapter that I flip through is holding promise of something that isn't merely just to entertain, but something that will inspire. I'm drawing the metaphor of books now, but it's very interesting because in essence life is a story, and creation coming to be is the story that God is writing to glorify his holy name. And because I trust that the writer of this story is excellent in everything that he does, like, he can literally craft a story of hope from death, humiliation, and crucifixion, then I can be certain and sure and hope and trust in the fact that my contemporary fleeting existence can come together to his wonderful story that will exalt his name above every other name and will emphasize and illustrate the will of God. So that's all for this video. I welcome you to December 2024. Please share your plans for the holiday in the comments below. I would like to engage. I like to meet new people, not just in person but virtually. Say hi in the comments and subscribe if it's something that you would consider. That's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.